is this guy sick? Is there a mental illness, or are we crossed into something more in the psychopathic realm where we got an evil person here, or both?
Oh, Dr. Drew, an evil person does not exist. There are no Dexters in the world. Psychopathology like this comes from a combination of genetics and psychological factors and social factors. This is clearly a sick individual.
But Jen, I'm going to slow you down, because while I understand what you're talking about, what he has a name, is what you're saying,
yes.
right? Like you could measure it in one of your fancy neuropsych tests.
I can call him evil, though, right?
You might call him that.
But when people talk about evil, they are really talking about people that are doing horrible things, that have no empathy and no remorse and can't be changed, right? Will we all agree that's evil?
Yes, and that's called an antisocial personality disorder. And certainly we have evidence that he's on that track.
Right, and people argue about whether psychopathy and antisocial are just gradations of the same thing. Right. Spirit, what do you say?
I'm saying, listen, until he has that diagnosis, he is an evil, sinister person. Period, period, period. It is so unfortunate what happened to this woman, and we have to use this as an example to say to ourselves, I have to stop myself from being a victim. Whatever I have to do to make sure that I am safe, I need to do that. It is a sad, sad story, but I hope it is an example that changes the way that some people are doing their profession.
And Wendy, I want to hear from you too. And Wendy, you get what I'm getting at here. People get very frustrated with us clinicians when we label things and then they think we're excusing behavior. We're just trying to understand it more than excuse it. But I always say, and you tell me if I'm off or not on this, that whatever the label is we give this thing, once it goes to a certain point, it's up to the justice system at that point.
Yeah, I think the question is whether this person is evil or whether they have a diagnosis is really not important. Yeah. Obviously, his behavior was evil enough that now he ends up in the legal system, not in a mental health ward where he's getting care, and there will be the consequences for him.